When Marie asked me to read today, I felt it an honor to be here, not only for the people that are still here with us today, but the families and the generations after, that we remember these men, these fine men who fought to save our way of life and the world's way of life. Let's hold that tradition to be true today. I'm reading about Frank, and it was fitting that she asked me about Frank. I used to cut his lawn when I was a teenager, and it brought back some fond memories of Frank and cutting his lawn. If it was fun for him, it wasn't fun for me. But I'm here today to read about Frank's service. Frank enlisted in the military service CB branch on June 21st, 1943. From Johnston, he went to Camp Perry in Virginia for basic training as a third-class petty officer. After 3 months, Frank was placed in a 105th CB battalion, put on a train, and traveled to California. After 6 months of invasive training, he boarded a ship from California called the Sea Devil. For 35 days, his ship zigzagged across the ocean to Sydney, Australia. After 5 days in Sydney, they formed a convoy for the invasion of New Guinea. Frank stayed in New Guinea for 1 year. When Frank was loading trucks one day, someone jumped on his back. They started to fight until Frank realized it was Joe Hickey. At first, Frank thought he was being attacked by the enemy. But once he realized it was Joe, they began to hug and laugh. He was only able to spend a little time with Joe, but it made his stay in New Guinea a much more memorable one. From New Guinea, he boarded a ship and went to Hoandea to form a convoy for the invasion of the Philippines. Frank was also involved in the D-Day invasion +2. He arrived under a smoke screen to shield the Seabees from enemy aircraft. Frank's job was to repair and restore airstrips for the United States and its allies. Shortly after, Frank was transferred to Samoa to work on a PT base to make docks. In Samoa, the Seabees were also making oil storage tanks for the invasion of Japan. Fortunately, the tanks were never used because Japan surrendered, sparing many thousands of American military men. Frank was injured during an air raid and was shipped back to the States, where he underwent surgery at Chelsea Naval Hospital in Boston. Frank was discharged on March 29, 1946. He returned back to Johnston and became a successful small business owner. He would run Universal Patented Woodworking Company for 50 years before retiring. Thank you. It was an honor to be here.